Well, hello everybody. This is Cantina speaking. I wanted to personally state something before beginning this project. My biggest one ever yet anyway, but it's done now. I did not work on this video alone, obviously. I had my team working with me alongside by side with various positions and, you know, the usual stuff that helped this project to get started. I would have finished without them, I would say that, but it would have probably taken me at least a year to finish this whole video. But anyways, I'm gonna get into the part. Here's my team that I wanted to thank for making this possible. First of all, Greg, or known as Gregory. I wanted to appreciate him for being my manager and admin, and also working half of the script for this video. I couldn't have done it without him. And he is also the person with the idea of an hour-long political debate. Oh my god. Moving on to the Cantina crew, Scorponok for screenshotting when Steam Cloud wasn't working at the last minute. Thank you. Earthly Knight 27 for helping me with modeling in game of Gary's mod, I mean. Triton gave me the nice intro to the final political debate, or FPD that I call it. It's smooth and sick as fuck, and I wish I had that smooth tier shit. Unfortunately I don't, but I'll get there someday. Ascension for moral support. You know, whenever you make a 1-hour video, sometimes you question if that is the right and moral choice. Which, yeah, whatever. Now, for the associates that I newly formed for this big project and this big project alone. I'm kinda disappointed in half of them, but it doesn't matter, because at least a few of them worked on the project. Outland Specialist for helping me and providing screenshot coverage for scenery. Mir, although he left in the middle of the work, which I don't understand why he did. But hey, he still provided screenshots, and that's something I have to thank him for. That's pretty much all, actually. Wow, okay. And I can't go out without this one. Last but not least, DDan99. I hope you plan on reacting on this video, because this channel, and me personally, I created this whole channel simply all for reactions. I want people reacting to the stuff that I do. That is why I do what I do. I really doubt that Wrath would actually react to this, because he didn't react to the other ones, except for stand-in, but whatever. Anyways, I won't take any more of your time, and I wish you all a happy hour.
Keep pushing the cart!
Dude, quit calling us your comrades! We are not! Your gay is commie slogan!
Oh man, kidding! Nothing wrong with being gay! Stop fucking about and focus on the cart! Get off my cart, commies! Hit me! Go on, you capitalist pig! Stars and stripes meet hammer and sickle! Look, up! I am going to kill you, capitalist pig!
Will you shut up and kill him already? Aren't you such a fucking moron?
I'm not done beating him up, medic! I'm going to shove my boot so far up his ass, he will never take a shit again! Ah! Oh my god!
Final!
No!
Do I have to save your ass again, Heavy? I swear, this is the 3rd time this week that you fought the Red Soldier over politics! Wait, you guys are having political debates as well? Yeah, after a spy stole some evidence from that room back in Double Cross, the argument started with that idiot neoconservative over there.
Dude, for the last fucking time, I am a paleo-conservative.
Shut up, shut up. You are a neoconservative. You literally supported everything a paleoconservative would absolutely despise.
Not about the gay people one. I think homosexuals are disgusting abominations. Dude, I'm homosexual.
Oh, cut that crap. You keep talking about how you're going to make love to Miss Pauling. Like, literally, it's in the comics that you are in a relationship with her. What the fuck is this random sudden change that you're coming out as a homosexual now?
You stupid capitalist shit. Did you not see the disclaimer of this video?
Video? What video? We're in the middle of a war zone, you dumb cough.
Alright, white people, why have we stopped fighting? I was enjoying killing your types.
Yo, you did not just say what I think you said.
Of course you heard what he said. The Black Cyclops is literally crying over the fact that white people are vastly superior to him.
Oh, you want to go there, cracker? Oh, I'm gonna beat you so hard you beg for me to kill you. Wondering how the fuck we even got this video to pass that point.
Okay, what video are we talking about exactly?
Oh, lads, why's everybody stop firing? I was just about to test out my new M19 Browning LMG. Bloody great. The gun worshipper is here too.
I said, enough! I can't argue enough about how stupid everybody sounds just right about now.
I'm gonna put a bullet in your rudder, you dirty blackie son of a bitch.
And I'm going to shove your wrench so far down your throat you're gonna be sucking black cocks, you dirty white boy! Hey!
Spasiba, Blue Heavy. I was just about to. Shut the fuck up, counter-revolutionary prick. You would rather become French puppet than skeeting troll to the permanent revolution.
I do not associate with that bugger.
That's right. You do not. Thank you for acknowledging that you are a fascist.
I'm not a fascist, you goddamn psychopath. I am a syndicalist. A syndicalist? What are you? A Mexican cartel crime family sicario or something? Oh, what? No, you twat. That is not what syndicalism is.
Ignore him, Red Soldier. He's just another stinking communist.
Go play your chess game with the devil, commie. I've just had it with everybody who mistakens my ideology. I swear, I'm going to kill everybody here who wrongs me again.
You think you've had it worse? This brain that won't stop calling me a fascist or a Nazi.
That is because you are. You are German. Nazis are Germans. Germans are Nazis. My brain knowledge is so easy to understand that. But for a technocrat scientist, your intelligence is lower than a 14-year-old who recently just discovered politics.
Low intelligence? How can I have a low intelligence when I know how to heal you, can give you prescriptions to combat your stupid fucking brain illness of yours, and how to perform surgery? Care to explain that, genius?
It's because God is what's helping you perform your actions. I've read in the Bible that God works in mysterious ways. He will help you if you're a good man. But what I don't understand is why he would ever help a helping atheist scum who criticized his holy name.
Aside from your false religion, at least there's one thing we can agree on, what? Your red medic is an atheist, Jacobian scientist.
Oh, who the fuck gives a shit about religion? It's not my fault that you people are so horribly stupid that you question your existence.
Dude, in the comics you literally met Satan. Everybody knows this. Well, except for all you back in Tino, apparently.
What? No, I haven't. Why are you bothering me with a bunch of lies?
It all makes sense now. The medic is possessed by the devil himself. Darky, you know what this calls for?
I know what you're thinking, but don't think I serve you. Fool! I'm calling a jihad on that cuffed piece of crap!
Oh yeah, for some reason you're racist and a Muslim, but in the comics...
Comics!
Seriously? It's like you idiots think the Tf2 means everything. What the hell are you guys even talking about? Comics? TF what?
It is stupid discussion like race superiority.
Don't change the subject, y'all. The Red Medic is still a goddamn socialist, Satanist, science-worshipping cocksucker.
I've completely lost faith in my team already.
He even admits he's faithless. That's why he was susceptible to heretical thoughts.
We're gonna kick your ass, you all of this nonsense crap, and I'm here waiting to fucking kill all of you.
Of course a primate would whine about something like that.
No offense, Scott, but your soldier is a loping monkey. I don't know why you both are still stuck up supporting each other. How about you look at your team first, idiot? All of them are inferior. I can just tell by the way they talk and behave.
You better keep your mouth shut before I put a bullet through that fucking tiny brain of yours. You are not even a real Muslim. A real Muslim would not drink any damn alcohol every day.
First off, I do not drink alcohol. I don't give a shit what peasant in the comment section writes about me not being an alcoholic.
Again with this comic lore crap.
Second off, how in the ever fuck would you know anything about Muslims? Your Christians today are as ignorant as the Jewish pests in Israel. Palestine shall be free one day. With all the support we've been getting from people, we'll never lose.
Boy, I sure do love verbal solidarity from foreign idols. Look how many countries it helps, like Palestine. Too bad they're all too busy with Ukraine, though.
Why are we even talking about irrelevant nations? We are even blessed to be born and raised in this great American nation. We have a lot of benefits that a lot of the shitty third worlders don't have. And now instead of fixing their corrupt, starved out country, they all want to come here. I'm sorry, but no. Go back to whatever hell you came from and stay there. I am in complete agreement of reversing the Hart-Celler Act of 1965. It's done nothing but bring down our economy and wages and brought down the white population of America from 85% to barely over 51%. That's just how much I fucking hate the globalists and the Zionists.
All I have to say is that your statement has been nothing but a pile of shit coming right out of your mouth. Aren't you that funny one conservative that follows this weird little head of paleo-conservatives that goes by Nicholas Fuentes? Didn't he go out with a catboy once? So much for being a good Christian?
Scout. Nick, whatever the fuck his name is pronounced like, and all other America First supporters are all just pathetic white nationalists who talk always about saving the white race. While fucking feminine cat boys, it's a weird white fetish that is. And before you comment, fuck all of you demo fetish video creators out there, weirdos.
I'm starting to think you guys have schizophrenia with all this video talking.
No fucking way a black man would fall for a feminine man. We are too manly for that shit.
I'm not so sure if you're brain damaged or if you really live in a delusional world of yours.
Look who's talking. You still do not need an entire arsenal of guns to protect yourself like the coward you are.
My fucking nerves! Are we gonna bring up the same talking porn? We've been through this once. I can clear out I'm in the right.
I'll have to say, I agree with the Bruce Scout for once. You all non-whites need to piss off to wherever you came from. America is a white nation founded and built by white people. The blackest can want as much as they want. They can try to disprove the fact we built this as much as possible and that they built it instead, when in reality, all they ever did was pick from plants.
You're really starting to fucking piss me off, engineer. I used to like you, man, but now you are provoking me into pushing you down. Death to the Confederate snakes. Death to the whiteys. My people shall rise one day. I'll make sure you'll be the last on my list when we exterminate every single whites on this world. Mark my damn words, you cunt!
Can you finally stop being a simpleton for once? I don't care if a bunch of French fellas are still practicing neo-colonialism in West Africa or whatever. There's a lot of African countries that are independent, and they haven't even developed one bit. Did somebody mention the French?
Shit, sniper! You should have said that!
So, who cares what business we do in the west of Africa? The United States isn't any better. Maybe shift your focus to that. Indeed, the Congo is very profitable. West Africa has its uses, sure, but the Congo is where the money draws in most.
You fucking French dirty smelling slut! I will fucking kill you for enslaving my people! Ah! What the fuck did you do that for? The little man needs to calm down. What? This dirty rat starves out his slaves, and you are the one to fucking tell me to calm down!
Alright, look, we hate him as much as you do. But being the invisible pussy he is, we'll never catch him.
And the edgy bitch comes back from his LARPing sessions with his Nazi buddies. What the fuck are you saying, maggot? You are a staunch supporter of the Burgundy system? That makes you automatically disabled. Disabled as in mentally retarded. I don't even know why you are even here. It's better if you screw off from here.
I agree. Why is this genetic dead end even still here? He is obviously delusional, thinking his own little world that the Lord would exterminate his own followers. His brain is just a tumor of shit.
You know your ideology sucks when even the segregationist thinks it's full of bullshit. Whatever, man. Anyway, circling back to the conversation about Africa, I haven't got much chance to talk anything about it more, but the first living civil war, I'm pretty sure the rebels were funded to overthrow Gaddafi. Why else would they overthrow a mighty North African leader? Hell, there even is a video.
available upon YouTube about his death being recorded as he is beat to a bloody pulp. I've taken a look at these rebels and they didn't even look like Libyans at all.
Do you even know that Gaddafi ran Libya like a mafia? Slavery existed under him, even before the war, twisting everything toward his way, lining his pocket and stealing the assets of Libya. There are rumors his frozen assets is still out somewhere in Canada. These were fucking worth billions that he had stolen. He was also a dickhead for causing trouble with his southern neighbor Chad.
Even if he was a bit of a cunt for all of that, slavery under him existed in a much, much smaller scale than today, since it is a big problem now. Libya actually prospered when he was in command until the Western assholes had assassinated him, especially French that dragged the rest into go on then.
Dude, are you seriously still defending that half-assed dictator?
Comrade Gaddafi had Libya under control until you Western capitalists came in and ruined everything, all in the name of ending tyranny. You forget that you capitalists are the tyrants here, not the people.
Gaddafi was the best leader Libya ever seen in history. No doubt he was a great leader, unlike other corrupt politicians today in Libya. Gaddafi actually cared in boosting literacy, access to clean water and food for his people.
He literally held Swiss hostages all because his brother, son, or whatever was being stupid in Switzerland. How can such a glorious and great leader be so stubbornly idiotic into handling that situation? I'm glad he was taken down.
So what? Just because he did one action wrong doesn't stop him from being the greatest Libya ever had.
Alright, let's cut this crap out. Gaddafi has been dead since 11 years ago, and now his corpse is out somewhere roaring just like the worthless tyrant he was. He is no fucking better than that bastard Saddam Hussein.
Dude, thank
suck.
you. The only competent person I see out here is the Red Soldier, and he's someone I'm supposed to kill. If you seriously worship a dictator, then whenever we think the next person has said the stupidest thing ever, then just keep talking. Oh, how adorable. You gonna make out now, you fascists?
Fascists? Are you up to believing your own lies again?
I have to disrespectfully disagree with Scout from the Blue Team on this one. Unlike monarchists, dictators are actually chosen based on how respected they are, opposed to a royal family in a monarchy where the people believe you are meant to lead the country the moment you are born. They would think you were chosen by God to lead a kingdom, which is stupid.
Stupid? How about in 1871? You think that's stupid?
1919. Go fuck yourself, monarchist. I know the flaw in all of this. And it's because every single one of you idiots are too busy and stubborn to follow a political ideology that you only now just recently discovered. Do me and my employers a favor and stop being such goddamn children. And get yourself a fucking life.
Oh, you're one to talk, lassie. You tell us to get a life, but you're the one who enslaves people to do your dirty work for you. And for what? A nickel and a... You're pathetic, spy!
I'm gonna have to go with my pal on this one. You seriously just wasted your childhood learning how to get yourself in the position you are in when I'm already successful by not having to go to school or getting yourself a job.
Yeah, and what about you? You dig yourself in the mud and call it a home. You're unhygienic and a disgrace to mercenaries everywhere, you insufferable peasant.
I told you nobody liked a fucking primate. Oh yeah, and fuck you too, spy, having all the filthy work done for you and let them suffer.
Always talks to humiliate the Red Spa when the billionaires do it anyway, and nobody berates them for it, because they can do no wrong since they have the money.
Death to capitalist pigs, fascist dictators, and monarchist tyrants!
Slava Ukraine, you Russian fascist.
You two have no clue what you're talking about. We need a monarchy more than ever. It's because of Merkel and the rest of the German chancellery that Germany is screwed and messed up.
You know what we need? The German Democratic Republic.
No, we don't.
Bah! And why the fuck not? The workers would be free, you would be free, and everybody would be equal. Why is this hard for stupid tyrants to understand?
Because you communist shithead, the German monarchy would prosper once again and everything would be better. If Germany won in World War I, it is likely World War II would have not even happened. And the world would be prosperous. But unfortunately, you idiots had to blame us for starting World War I when the fucking proof was in your faces this entire time. The Serbians!
How the fucking Serbians start a world war? They collapsed in the 90s, dude. Do you even know your history?
Says the one who knows little of history. Go back to school and actually learn this time.
Shut up! I'm not finished! Not only would we prosper, but a plethora of others would prosper to head-to-head monarchies. We all must realize that monarchism must be brought back. It is only rightful that we are all led by royal families. It is their territory after all.
Why in the goddamn shit should I give away my companies to these backwatered royal families?
I earn my own keep. They need to earn theirs.
Your ideology literally comes from a fucking mod of hearts of iron 4. Your opinion is 100% irrelevant in this conversation, Nazi.
Oh, cut the shit, Scout! You're the one who goes around thinking I'm a Nazi simply because I'm German!
That's the only thing that dumbass gets right for once. You are a Nazi. I'm just about had it with these debates because I'm really going to crush your skull, you Nazi.
That's gotta hurt. It's gone bloody crazy.
Alright, who else wants to call me a Nazi? Because I can grab hold of your fucking guts and give it to someone who really needs them!
I'll buy your organs.
To someone who needs them.
That's downright embarrassing. Wow, I didn't even know the funny mustache man was still drugging his soldiers even long after his death.
Stop fucking this up even more than it is right now!
Just because the mustache man killed him and cannot keep him in check now.
Austria is a huge mistake. What good has it ever done for Europe? They did nothing but cause trouble, most notably being World War I.
Don't get it twisted, no! That was fucking Serbia for the last time!
Whatever you say, what a majesty. Not only Austria, but the entirety of Europe is a fucking huge mistake. The oppressors don't deserve anything, not even respect. Europeans, oppressors! Are you being serious right now? Did you ever think of the Bosnians, Poles, Greeks, or hell, even Armenians? They've all been oppressed for many years by other Europeans. Europeans cannot be oppressed. They still enjoy the privileges they have. All of them.
I mean, Haitians did consider Poles the white Negroes of Europe at one point.
Who the fuck cares? They worked with the Haitians under French colony at the time to rebel against the colonial government. They had weapons, which is why I'm in favor of allowing people to have guns. It gives you a chance to rebel against your tyrants.
To fucking bet the military have all the weapons today. Tanks and jets. How can your wimpy guns beat against them? Times have changed.
So, you prefer us to be completely disarmed then? Because there is no fucking way I'll ever give them up. These rights have allowed Yemeni citizens to even be able to defend themselves against the Saudi terrorists who bomb them every day. Yemen is an example of proxy war. The US is partially responsible for it. They and the UK have supplied the Saudis to continuously rip the country below them apart. The Saudis in government are just another Zionist American puppet state. One day the Yemenis and Saudi innocents will be freed from the evil big noses that control the huge influences in the godless West. They'll curse the West. With our teachings and way of living, we shall overtake them. What a fucking moronic take. Just like I expected from someone like you. Not in a lifetime will Islam ever overtake Europe. Sure, take Albania and half of Bosnia. That does not mean Europe will ever go Muslim. How can you outpopulate hundreds of million Europeans? Your Ottoman Empire is long gone to convert more Europeans. And even then, Europeans will become Christian again. Take an example from the Iberian region. The Spaniards and the Portuguese have been overrun with Muslims once, but they have managed to successfully repel and combat them, and look at them today. They are as proud of it as they can be ever. I won't lie, Christianity in Europe is dying slowly anyway, which is why I think it is a good idea that we move on to focus more on technology and medicines. We can't keep praying bullshit away. Fuck your science. The way European civilization was able to develop and prosper was through Christianity. That religion is the backbone for our structure and morality. Even George Washington's father, Augustine, criticized France when it fell into chaos and anarchy that they threw away their Christian status. And because of that, France fell apart. Augustine Washington, eh? Didn't he go to a Jewish school? What the fuck are you talking about? I am pretty sure he was never Jewish. Are you damn sure? He went to a Jewish school in which only Jews were accepted at the time. All right then, name the Jewish school that you bring up often. Come on, I'm waiting. I have read on a few certain websites that the community he grew up in was mostly Jewish. So what about the Texan monkey? I have yet to see you name a Jewish school, and now you bring up websites that you also won't even fucking mention the names of. Stop moving the damn goalposts. You're moving it all the way to the moon. There's nothing else that suggests he lived around other people than the Jews. And once again, I have indicated, you won't even mention the names that you bring up. I may be Dixie, but hell, America is a Christian nation. Founded on Christian fundamentals.
I am pretty sure the United States have no official religion. I genuinely cannot get over how Republicans think America is a Christian nation. But it doesn't even if Christianity has its official religion status. The Republican Party becomes an absolute cult when it comes to defending the Christian religion. It's as if they are actually Christo-fascists. So says the SJW libtard twat. You're just upset that Trump did everything correctly and that he was the better president of the United States.
You call yourself paleo-conservative, yet you act like a neocon. You partisans today are too weak to stand your ground on your political beliefs.
Oh, you finally returned.
Oh, main God! Engineer, how much of you is even human still?
At least 50%. Soon to be down to 30 though. Our bones, stomach, all gone in the name of our mechanical lord. But then it has blessed me to be closer to it through my sacrifices.
You don't cough! I needed that to be able to uber-charge you. Without that, I can't hear you or uber-charge you in combat.
When I am in the mechanical lord's image, I won't need healing nor overcharged, Doc. I'll be above humanity. If only you'd all see that and accept its gifts as I have.
What have you done? You've forsaken the Lord by forsaking yourself with all that technology and talk of a machine god.
Explain to me what your so-called God has done when our blessed machine spirit hasn't done for us. Lord, it asks us that we make sacrifices of our weak flesh and embrace the machine like it now I have.
Getting back on topic, do you know how many damage he has caused in foreign policy? He shouldn't even be respected. He is a murderer! Oh, and Obama wasn't. You think Obama did everything better? Let me tell you something, kid. Obama lied to everybody when he promised to change. He hardly changed anything, other than making everybody racist and started to get involved into a war which no one wanted. Nice whataboutism, my dude. We were talking about Trump. I did not mention anything about Obama being an angel ever.
Obama should have ended up at the lowest pit of the bottom instead of crafting all the way to the top.
You crackers are upset that he's the first black president. Unfortunately, we can all agree that he was a shit one, too.
First black president. And just like a typical blackie, he's leached off and stolen from the people, which should not be a surprise to anybody.
Oh, fuck you too, engineer, you white hillbilly fuck!
Cry me a river. Why don't you go back to picking bananas from the trees, you bunch of violent species?
Do I have to lock baby men's skulls again? Do not think you are so innocent in this either, Red Heavy. You are a counter-revolutionary! Counter-revolutionary! I am a Menshevik! If anything, it is you who betrayed the revolution! You ruined Russia forever because things did not go your way! Stupid communist coward!
I love the smell of commie and fighting in the morning.
You know, all of this talk is an example about the government keeping us in check and controlling us, distracting us from anything else to let them do their horrible work to carry on against us. Why you wonder about the trends? Hong Kong protest that. Israel-Palestine this. COVID here. Ukraine over there.
Come on now. Don't tell me you believe the vaccine against the virus is ineffective and a part of their agenda to control us.
It is true, though. Look how many people have taken it and suffered from side effects. That's never happened with any other vaccine before. So if you value your heart, do not take it at all. I suggest ivermectin. Joe Rogan once took it when the virus got to him and it worked. And to no surprise, the media were all on his ass for weeks saying it was a horse dewormer.
You know you Americans are weird as hell for taking horse dewormer.
Horse dewormer? Funny how stuff like horse pills, which in this case, misoprostol instead of ivermectin, suddenly become a good thing when it's for DIY abortions. Look up on Vice about the article Anarchist Collective shares instructions to make DIY abortion pills.
I don't get my news from the Vice outlet. I would also do not suggest taking veterinary medicine for abortions.
That doesn't really fucking matter what every other news outlet story on ivermectin, except for, of course, the broadly right-wing or conservative ones, is a regurgitation of the same horse dewormer story, and practically every non-American news outlet story on ivermectin is likely to be a regurgitation of the horse dewormer canard as well. I'm just noting the hypocrisy among the general type of people who are spewing the horse dewormer crap. What news outlets do you get your news from anyway?
These are all just assumptions. I wasn't spewing anything, lad. It was a half-hearted exclamation based on the fact that a minority of Americans thought that ivermectin was a suitable treatment, some of whom were recommending it over the actual vaccine. You have listened to my comments once and made a lot of general assertions and assumptions. It is fact that Americans were associating ivermectin as a COVID cure and taking it.
You are likely to be left-wing, making you automatically dumb and stupid based off from your history.
Another assumption. Although I do support Bernie, my last debate should have been known to everybody else.
So that wasn't an assumption, and I was right all along.
Oh, but it was an assumption.
Now you're just being a pedantic asshole. You're nothing more than any other pro-vaxxers that believe in mandatory COVID vaccination, which can cause reactions in some people's body, and even then at the end of the day, these stupid shit are ineffective against the virus itself. Mandatory vaccinations are and will remain a crime against humanity. It's a good thing the truckers in Canada were standing up for their rights and freedom.
Canadian politics. Their wreck is all hell.
Right. I really don't get the Canadians either. It really blows my mind that they claim to combat racism when they vote in a blackface. Seriously, he's been in power because a lot of people found him to be beautiful. I see nothing beautiful about him. Sometimes I really hate the mankind.
Or in Trudeau's words, who meant people kind. Yeah, I really can't believe he tried everything to replace the words that were offensive in the Canadian national anthem, which is also another reason Canada should be a part of the glorious states of America.
Enough about Canada. It is relevant for discussion.
Yeah, let's change the subject. So I got word that there has been a school shooting somewhere in Texas. You want to know what caused the shooter to act like this?
Mate, I swear to God, if you say guns are responsible, I'm going to lose my shit.
Don't go for answering the problem, Sniper. I'll make sure to give you a star for your intelligence.
Bloody bogan! Weapons are not the cause for the violence. It is the person wielding the weapon that makes them do violent actions. The bloody kid was mental and it was him that caused it all, not firearms.
He literally shot 19 kids and 2 teachers. How is it in any way not the gun's fault? Whoever sold him those guns should be held accountable for his actions and brought to justice.
You cannot be serious. I agree with the red sniper here. Why wouldn't you take some aged teenagers' money? Do you realize how much the prices of ammunition has gone up, especially in a state where it is in high demand? Of course we're going to sell those weapons.
You're lucky enough to be on the fucking red team, because I would have beat your ass so hard you wouldn't even remember yourself, you vile sneak. I can do that job just for you, demo man.
You come any closer and you will regret it. Cut the crap. Your little puny knife is no match for my knife. You stupid corporate mongrel.
I am so honestly done with this godforsaken team.
That Mexican teenager had it coming to him. It was a good thing he suffered before he died.
No, we should follow example of Australia. After a shooting, they've outlawed guns, and since then, no shooting ever occurred again.
That's the dumbest move you could ever do to any American. I find it suspicious that the shooter made threats on Facebook and Instagram a week before the shooting, and when he crashed his car, ran across streets, all the way to elementary school as the cops were already there. They never fired a damn single shot. It's fucking ridiculous the cops were then waiting 50 minutes outside the building as the stupid kid was firing up everybody at that school. Why does nobody ever talk about that? A lot of shootings would have been prevented if the cops actually meant to protect us at all. Fucking hell. If it wasn't for the defunding of the FBI, CIA, TF, all those fucking idiots in the police force and so on, shootings would not have happened as much. Whoa, ladies! We have a conspiracy theorist over here! What fucking conspiracy, mate? Do you know how hard the government is pushing to try and disarm us? Just you wait till the day we have to fight a tyrant. I'd be more than happy to use my damn rifle today to see the loyalists of the tyrant show up at my door.
And he isn't necessarily in the wrong either. Just look at what has happened to the Australians during the pandemic. They were literally sent to camps and locked there. I bet they surely are regretting giving up their guns right now, huh? Okay, now this is not true at all. There isn't any substantial evidence to back that myth up. They follow the normal lockdowns like in any other countries. He went lockdown. Now you see the problem.
What are you even talking about, son?
The people shall not be restricted. They should be free to do anything. The government doesn't have a say in freedom.
Just because the government is trying to prevent you from having the virus does not mean they want to keep you locked in, laddie. The measure saved a tons of lives. A few more millions would have died if it wasn't for that case.
How is it not? Look at Australia. They actually arrested people who weren't following the restrictions placed on them. How was any of this allowed? I'm telling you, we should have taken Candace Owens' idea and just invade Australia. At least it would have been ran more efficiently.
As much as I agree with you, then I'll have to just gun you down with my Lewis machine gun. It was passed down from generation to generation by my ancestors. And this one killed over 76 emus. I will put you on the record if you even dare think about putting your foot on my homeland. That makes 2 of us, you bloody imperialist scum.
Hypocritical coming from you, sniper! You fascist pig!
Tell me one thing that makes me a fascist. Go on, fatso, tell me.
The fact that you support Ukraine over Russia when Ukraine is fascist is a battalion fighting for the capitalist government of Ukraine. Ukraine. Is that not enough justification that you are a fascist?
So anybody who supports innocent countries being invaded is automatically a fascist? You're stupid.
Not to mention, the Russians are the ones who have employed the Wagner Group. You know what that is, right?
Wagner Group is neo-Nazi organization. Honestly, in my opinion, there is no side worth siding for.
How is that logical? If a nation is being invaded and we can't side with them, then what is the point in countering the Russian advance?
Simply by not getting yourself involved on your social medias and telling the world that you stand with Ukraine, all because of a simple trend going around, is the first step to improvement.
Improvement? Improvement of what? Letting the Russians occupy an innocent country. Please tell me how it is improvement, Lefty.
Well, look at it this way. Is it really affecting you personally?
Yeah, we had eyes on inviting Ukraine to NATO and the European Union for quite some time now. Why is it not our business to intervene?
You're like those dumb bastards who want to pass Article 5. I can't believe these are the same sons of bitches who think that enacting Article 5 is the way of achieving peace. I mean, for God's sake, that is literally how you start World War III, son.
World War III has already started and you white assholes don't even notice it yet.
Are you talking about the Congo Wars? That is hardly even a world war, you numbnut.
No wonder you're so fucking simple-minded on everything, you bloke. In fact, you can't understand that it was the White Empire's fault for ruling Africa.
It wasn't my fault. It was the Euro Boers. America can never be rotten.
What my illiterate liberal is trying to say is that if it weren't for your dumb masses calling for independence and distancing yourselves away from our spheres of influences, your countries in Africa wouldn't have been so backward to the point of being incredibly inflated and unsafe for literally anybody who would even bother going to that shithole of a continent. Are you want to talk, you oppressive neo-colonial?
I honestly can come to an agreement with your team, Spy. Only except he did it for the money while I'll do it for the glory of the Kaiser Reich.
What Crackers actually has a point. If it weren't for your stupid white imperialist pals, we could coexist separately and peacefully. But no! You just really love poisoning our blood with your hideous white DNA, don't you? I'd like to say that this nigga doesn't speak for me or any other black person, minus the Black Panthers and the Nation of Islam, both of which are sick lunatics who advocate for black supremacy. Oh, damn race traitor!
Neither does the Kyoko segregationist over there who thinks white people are so vastly superior to every other individual. I am totally all in for integration.
Shut your damn mouth! You scum-sucking piece of shit! I bet you're not a real religious person. You're being used by the devil by pretending to be religious, seducing others to your heretical beliefs.
Heretical? You do think I'm heretical? By the machine spirit, you're the one who has an issue with people of color.
What did he just say?
A religion dedicated to the robots. This NG has clearly lost his mind.
It is not a surprise. Little man is delusional.
Now, mate, he's a bloody Cyberman is what he is.
A Cyberman? What exactly is that?
Bloody cyborgs is who they are. Bloody terrorists, too. Wait, you played Supreme Commander, too? At least there is one thing we agree on, and that the UEF is the basest faction. Now, mate, on is where it's at. No, wait. Why would you play a bunch of spacey, no-loving hippies?
Why are we arguing about Supreme Commander all of a sudden? Don't forget why we stopped shooting each other in the first place, you idiots!
Who the fuck gives a shit about an irrelevant video game?
You are the one to talk. If you were the main character in a game, nobody would have wanted to play with you.
I could say the same thing to you too, engineer. So shut the fuck up, you Confederate bootlicker!
Enough! Both of you fucking suck-ass.
Agreed. Harry has said many times that discussion about race is stupid.
What? Don't you fucking see what's happening in this godforsaken country?
The blacks are on a gun rampage. The Asians take our jobs. And the goddamn Mexican spics are multiplying 5 times more every fucking day. This country is fucked. Fucked in the ass.
Screw off! The whites are gonna remain you Dixie asshole. They won't go away anytime soon. If they manage to live here for 300 years, then they will continue living that way in the future. So pull up your pants, do us a favor, and hydraulic press these lips of yours filled with shit. All these stupid talks, but we all know who truly is behind this. The same people that want to be richer have started prompting the media to talking about racism and homophobia more to divide us. All for the the sole purpose of letting the rich pigs control the market without any resistance. They started doing that shit ever since they faced a huge backlash by the 99% back in 2008 when they crashed everything. And you know, that artist Stone Toss actually brings a pretty good point about it.
Oh, don't you fucking dare bring up that white supremacist dirty subhuman now!
Who the hell is Stone Toss? He sounds like one of these generic lazy assholes.
Actually, Stone Toss is not a lazy one. He's a great artist that makes great points regarding the culture war, class, or geopolitics.
Hold on there, Scout. You know, I'd appreciate if you weren't being a lying sack of shit. You are as full of shit as Pebble Rock is. Any comic he produces underlies extreme racism and homophobia, which shouldn't be tolerated at all. Not to mention, he also sells out his fame for a bunch of crappy drawing known as NFTs. It's a good thing he got banned from opening the website. No more NFT money flowing toward the backward ass face.
Who the fuck cares if he promotes NFTs? He only wants his fans to support him financially. Sure, they may be worthless, and at least he's getting a big support. He keeps on winning and you keep on losing. Whine about it all you want. Why are you still bent on supporting a bigot? People like you do not deserve to speak at all. Especially in this century where we all know better. If you actually really like all of those outdated ideals, why don't you go to Saudi Arabia? Or hell, even Iran for that matter? I'm sure you'd be more than happy to hang members of the LGBT community, you disgusting prick.
Says the libs are to such foreign cock, and now suddenly you're openly gay is so unrealistic. If you were gay right now, then take off your pants and start sucking this great American cock right now.
Motherfucker, what?
Talk about degeneracy. Your people tolerate people like him around.
You know the red team doesn't like him either. My brother in spirit.
We are not brothers. Don't you include me into your crazy religion, you haram Allah.
Come on, Scout, pull it down now.
Get the fuck away from me, freak.
You fight like a girl.
While you lot are talking about your pronouns, I just got word that there's a protest out here called the Marching for Our Lives bullshit. You know how fucking retarded it is to deal with bullshit like that. Now these sons of bitches are going to call for gun restrictions. All because of that fucking incident at Uvalde.
Children fucking died sniper. Fucking elementary children. If you don't think we need tighter gun restrictions after that, I don't even know where to begin with you and your professional standards. You know, I think that was really uncalled for, considering it was recent. But you know what? If that Mexican bitch got a gun from a local dealer, then the libtards are gonna use that against us gun owners, man.
You should have restrictions. Only then would America be safe from the massive gun violence it receives every week.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not letting the government take my weapons away just because some fucking emo decided to shoot up a bunch of innocent children.
Then you are lost.
What the fuck do you mean I am lost?
I mean that you are a lost cause to society. You and your stupid fucking obsession with weapons.
Well, go fuck yourself if you don't like my opinions.
You fucking idiot. Let me the fuck go.
Come on, Scout. Who's your motherfucking daddy?
Let me the fuck go.
Get your ass over here right now.
Yeah, well, catch me if you can, dumbass.
I will fucking end you.
Go to hell, you motherfucking molester.
Did you forget about me?
You know what? This time I get to actually fucking kill you and get away with it, spy!
I will fucking murder you, and then I will fucking put your mother to fucking labor, you motherfucking slave!
You fucking dare call me a slave? I will show you absolutely no mercy!
Bring it on, you black son of a bitch! I'm going to fucking mutilate you and crucify your dumbass cords!
I am going to fire my giant gun and mow you down!
Come on, assholes! I will put multiple holes in you!
Not until I just your face, bitch.
The blasphemer shall be met with unflinching justice.
I will fucking eat your ribs, man!
Den Kaiser and Das Reich!
For the people! For communism! For the new Soviet Union!
For the honor and glory of France! Vive la France! For the trade unions and syndicalists!
Long live democracy! For freedom!
For science! For the future! Let's fucking go, Brandon! For conservatives and traditional values! For progress and a better future!
shit, it's Miss Pauling.
What is going on? Here?
Oh, hey, Miss Pauling, we were arguing about, politics.
Again, I cannot believe how much of a fool you all are.
Oh, look, it's my ex-girlfriend. What you want to talk about, bitch?
Uncalled for, and that was a long time ago.
Well, Miss Pauling, we're in love with him?
He's an asshole and a prick who cheated on me with that bitch chicken trap. But that's besides the point. I had to fly all the way down here to tell everybody to get back to work.
My sister in spirit, we can't get back to work because of the massive differences between our genes and the attempts at trying to stop killing each other have been futile.
Listen, I'm not gonna bother asking why everybody here has stopped doing their jobs at the payload objective. So I'm gonna have to take the middle steps around all of this and tell everybody why their ideals are horrendous. You see that camera off at the train tracks overlooking the battlefield? Yeah, me and the administrator were watching you idiots this entire time.
Game over.
What the hell is your guys' problem?
Thankfully, I already don't remember. Now I've seen
Just saying, right?
So shall I get started? Scouts, you do seem to be the more conservative and liberal types around here. But you two are not so different as you think you are. Whenever certain topics like abortion, gun control, or hell, even certain types of smaller irrelevant topics like pro-war and anti-war stuff rise to attention, you defections always seem to be the loud mouths of the entire situation at hand, never once giving the real silent majority enough spotlight to discuss our opinions and thoughts about the matter. You seem to be more and more progressive with every ounce of trends you swallow down your wretched throat. Just because progressivism seems to appear more appreciated, you need to think about the tradition and history that you're continuously moving away from. And whenever someone becomes more progressive, they become much more weirder and more outside from the reality that is the status quo, becoming distant to society and failing to understand the dangers of rapid continuous developments and risks.
What?
What?
You, on the other hand, are the complete opposite, despite the fact that you're more of a neocon and that you call yourself a paleoconservative. I'm gonna say this. You are a conservative who swallows the so-called and highest data doubly trend at every given turn, thinking that they are the only people that are the total bane of your existence.
That's totally not true.
That is true. You want to know why? Because I have seen your texts, tweets, and everything you say. That goes for you, soldier. You think that white people are going extinct. What kind of sick person buys into that garbage? I know, you do. Because you don't know any better to look at other outlets than the conservative ones.
Miss Pauling, I am not a Republican or a libtard pussy. I am an American patriot.
You mean you're a Trump cultist? Yeah, I don't see how you can't be a patriot. You think everything Trump does is 100% better than everything the Democrats or even other Republicans do. How about the time where he advocated the storm of the Capitol? You think that was totally okay. And every time you criticize him, and all of his followers always goes on about with the whataboutism like he wasn't the start of the bullshit crowd.
Yes, beat that, you fucking right-wing Nazi.
Oh, shut your mouth. I bet you whined and sobbed and cried during the 2016 presidential election, too.
Miss Pauling!
You got owned!
She's got a point, libtard.
And you? You're just a primate. An anarcho-primitive who thinks he doesn't require any form of intellectual study or the government at large to assist him. And for what? And for your taxes. That is totally bullshit and hilarious.
Actually, I'm an anarcho-primate because I don't need to waste my life with some...
You know what? Who cares? Your ideology is a fucking joke to everybody anyways. Moving on to the tumor level of mask pricks. Starting with our red friend. You think having a collective of local councils is a good idea for your precious anarchy, if you really think you can manage on your own. Why is Chaz, the French Commune, Ukraine, and the Spaniard anarchists failed in recent history? All I know, it's because you need us. You need our help, and without it, you are nothing more than a modern tribesman with absolutely zero brain cells. As for you, I'm a serious blue pyro. Where should I start with you? You seriously base yourself on an ideology that's from a god game. I shouldn't even need to explain why eugenics is fucking dumb. But for all of you edgy teenagers, boomers, and little kids watching this out there, I know you are. Racial supremacy is for losers. Losers who think that just because they are better at something, have a different type of skin tone, eye color or whatever, that they think that they're somehow with absolutely no proof whatsoever. Believe that they're superior to one another. And that leads me to you. Your talk about a black America or Africa is downright disgraceful that you've fallen down this route. We have no sympathy to pests like you, or to anybody who truly thinks that there should be an ethnic group dominating the other. If you really want to go and do that, go back to Africa, improve your nations, and then make fun of us white people that you can be better. I can guarantee you that there is no colonial presence within Africa, aside from West Africa from the French that would bother you in anywhere else in Africa, like South Africa.
Did you really just tell me to go back to Africa, white girl?
And another word and you're fucking fired.
Oh, you! I'm sorry, go on!
And now you haven't really made any issue around here, but socialism is just another partisan way. Socialist Democrat or democratic socialism. The difference being is that the two are more leaning to one after the other, I believe, and that is bad. You want to know why? Because you will end up like the Republican and Democratic parties. And even if it's not just the US, I'm sure that it wouldn't be viable in other nations either.
Scandinavia seems to be doing fine with socialism.
Yes, but we're not in Scandinavia. We're in the United States, which is a massive difference over there than here. The same goes for the red heavy, him being Democrat socialist. The same exact point I've given to the red demo man. You were just working your way to becoming more democratic than socialist. As demo man was working his way to become socialist and democratic. And again, that leads to a multi-party dissolution. I say dissolution because that is the total end of politics, to include a diversified system. Which if you didn't know already, we can't handle the parties. And you, the communist brigand who thinks communism is the future. Communism will never work because of human greed, and the idea of a permanent revolution will mean that you are intentionally trying to cause tensions between the workers and those in power. Believe me, I don't think they are good either. Oh, you want something, you do it peacefully.
But we already tried the peaceful approach. Now it is time to...
Don't say anything else. I don't want to hear it. You're gonna get ready to start your precious revolution. And even then, you're wasting your time with an ideology that doesn't work. Moving on. You are no different than the Islamist fool. Just in white, I cannot believe I have to lecture the Dixie boy about his own ideology.
What the fuck do you mean?
The whole reason they wished to keep slavery was because they wanted to keep their farms going, and those were the times before the industrialization. Today, the Dixies would have phased out slavery, thanks to machines. This goes on to show how empty your head is. So much for a Confederate Christian. And you know, segregation was going to end whether you white and black supremacists liked it or not. Now about the machines. I cannot begin anywhere that describes your extreme level of insanity. There's no such thing as machine spirits or machine gods or whatever the fuck you call them. They do not exist. You are a lunatic that needs to be kept in a mental asylum.
Almighty, do not anger them, for they will punish you.
Whatever the fuck you say, you democratic mess. I've always wanted to bash one of your kind, and today is my lucky day.
Oh, don't be.
Shut up and listen to me, you Deutschbag. You always claim to be against religions, and yet you worship science like a cultist. That sounds pretty fucking ironic, doesn't it? Did you know that science cannot always be right? There happens to be miscalculations, wrong experiments and such. You need to fix your shit and work on your obsession with that. Maybe your science can help you with that. It's not helping at all. As for the Kaiser, boo, why in the hell do you still worship an empire that has been gone for over 100 years? I genuinely do not get it.
Because...
No, do not even bother starting. Your idea of a Kaiser rank isn't coming back anytime soon, just like that brain of yours. Now for the Australian Bushman asshole.
The fuck did I do now?
Your idea is similar to Blue Scout's, just that he is more of an idiot than you are. But that doesn't mean you're not an idiot.
Do not compare me to...
You seriously don't need an entire fucking arsenal to obliterate someone to death. That's just unnecessary and a huge waste of your damn money. I do not get why you are still stuck up caring about your beloved cannons. You are the most rational out of all in this group, however, it does not change the fact that your fairy tale ideology syndicalism is a joke. It is just another layer of the socialism group. You seriously think the people will be happy under that? No way. They'll bicker at each other, over and over. It will cause a mass division and gets nothing done to properly solve any issues. Just all talk, and no bite.
And what does that make us then? I'm waiting for the response.
And look at you, using people as slaves for your corporate interests. You are what gives us a bad name. Even your little fat bankers will use every opportunity to screw people over. You skim people's lives and exploit them for your own gains. You should know that dollars does not solve every problem you have. And one day, you will suffer the consequences for your actions. And you're so ultra-nationalist that you are blind to almost everything that is in France. Who cares if the nation is so glorious or great? All that matters is that if you live and be proud of your accomplishments in life, not by looking into the past as an example of glory. And lastly, all of you are fired.
Oh, what? Fired? Just for our opinions? But that's illegal, right?
I have every right to fire you all. Welcome to the motherfucking America. If you don't do your job right, get kicked out.
But you can't do this to us! We are the best mercenaries in the world!
More like the biggest laughing stock in the world.
God damn it! How is my mom gonna react to this?
Bloody hell! This was my favorite job! Can't you give us another chance?
You had your week notice and you guys completely fucking ignored it.
We're the best mercenaries in the world, and we just got ourselves fired over a pointless tweet.
Miss Pauling, I beg of you. This is my only job that actually pays worth a shit. I can't go back to that fast food restaurant. Please just give us another chance.
God damn it. I can't lose this shit now. The rent is too goddamn high, and I wouldn't last out there without the machines.
I'm literally live off of the power here. Miss Pauling, I don't want to die.
And I am currently being hunted down by stupid Stalinist puppets who are trying to silence my opinion. It is that I got this job that they wouldn't dare face against me and my giant gun.
And a lot of scientists would rather bicker about theories and argue with me than actually getting anything complete. I won't need them, of course, but how the hell am I going to get the funding?
I have a plethora of companies under my grip, but I have been thinking about my biggest supplier, Manco, and that would not be good for business. I plead that you reconsider your choices, Miss Pauling.
Forget it, you guys. It's over. Pack your things and get out of here.
You! I thought... You know what? I'll announce my ideology. I'll announce it all.
You know what? I was already sick and tired of following this dumbass racial supremacy mindset. Come here, brother.
I can't believe we were just schooled by her of all people. You know what, man? Forget all that bullshit politics. Forget all about everything we were just doing. We may have had a recent heated argument, but I'm swallowing a centrist pill for the first time. I was absolutely a jerk. You were a jerk. I followed my ideals because I was angry at the left with everything. I think we all learned a valuable lesson today.
I really do not want to say this, but baby Pauling girl is right. We went overboard on politics, and that I believe something too radical and completely insane. As a former Menshevik, I am sad to say that the Russia with democratic socialism will never be achieved.
All this time I swore that science would really be the only way out of the strife we're constantly in. But I know my errors now. I learned that we caused major accidents like Chernobyl and Fukushima. The Russian leak, factory error, scientific errors. I realized that science isn't always the answer to every problem.
And no matter how much we find a religion to believe in, we can never really claim that it's the right and reasonable, morally and ethically choice over others' opinions.
You know, I thought that syndicalism would be the inevitable fix in our society, but I learned that communes with syndicalist failures will never work in this sad, painful world. It's a disgrace, really, and no matter how many weapons I own, it really won't make me a bigger man than a pussy bound a plethora of death machines.
I really wanted to believe that monarchies were the only choice of glory and serenity for the world. But now looking back to it, not only were monarchies the cause of strife and oppression, but were also the cause of devastating conflicts, like World War I.
I am a massive patriot of the Republic of France, but I unknowingly was slowly becoming a massive prick and an incompetent twat who thought that France was the greatest nation in the world. Even the greater powers have many flaws that I wasn't aware about. I may have gained a lot of money, and that I used and exploited a bunch of people for my own personal gain, and I cannot be happy with what I've achieved. The American dream is the American nightmare. I've absolutely made no friends with the corporation I own, and that I am alone. Total silence, and nobody really respects me as much as I thought. Achieving the American dream did not get me people who really loved me. Instead, I got hate. I would trade my companies and the massive amount of money I earn for you gentlemen anytime, anywhere. I literally said nothing wrong throughout this entire shitfest, but ignore that part. I'm not going to spoil the moment.
I now know what it feels like to see the error of my ways. My God, I will never accuse any German of being a Nazi or any Russian of being communist again. That was all wrong from the beginning. And I was just as stupid to think of the wrong shit I've said. atone for my selfish actions.
You are the brave man, soldier, but it is time to let your opinion go.
It's done. I deleted it forever.
So, finally got into your senses. Did you?
Yes, definitely.
Good. Now will you all stop being morons and just do your jobs?
Sir, yes, sir.
Hey!
Fuck yeah.
Good. You're all rehired. We're calling this battle a draw. Reschedule next week to Nucleus. See you guys later.
Fuck yeah.
Brilliant!
Let us go. Right. Today is a good day.
My brother in Christ, you can't fucking crucify him.
I think we're just getting started.
And I would do it again.
Well, so go to hell, you sinner.